So people are actually stupid. That's a red pill right there, that 99.9% of the population are retarded. It took you people 35 years to realize, oh, duh, black people are a problem. Oh, duh, black people are an issue. Black people commit crimes. In 35 years, when you same idiots realize that Mexicans and Hispanics are a problem too, this will be a majority brown country. Even more than it already is. It's practically a majority brown country as it is. The reason why I believe that Hispanics are more of a threat than black people is because I am going on the numbers. Black people are 14% of the population. They don't have that many children. They abort their children. They kill each other in gang violence, etc. And so that is a self-regulating problem. They will always remain around 20% of the around 14% of the population. Hispanics, on the other hand, millions of them are in this country. The numbers on the book say it's 20% of the population are Hispanic. I believe it's probably closer to 30 to 35%. That is just the ones that are just here. They are all having at least 4 children per family. They are not having the abortions the black people are having, and as mass deportations are off the table, more of them are going to be flooding into the country. So that means that is a problem. That is a population that is booming. The issue here is not about crime stats. The issue here is about ethnic racial replacement. If you want to live in a brown country, I encourage you to get a pickup truck, go from California and drive all the way through Mexico and see how far you get. I guarantee you, like all the surfers who do that, you will get in that pickup truck and within a few hours you will have been carjacked and probably murdered by the cartel. Okay? This is not about, oh, I saw some black people commit more crime. Yes, black people are not replacing you. Hispanics are. That is the point, dummies. It took you people 35 years to realize that black people were a problem. In 35 years, Mexicans will be such a problem that this will no longer be a white country, and you will be assimilating, you white people will be assimilating into Hispanic culture. They won't be assimilating into our culture. You'll be assimilating to their culture because this will be a brown country. I don't want to live in a brown country. I want to live in a white country.
Well, sorry, bitch, you gonna live in a brown country. Now, that is uninformed, stupid Gen Z Lilly Gaddis. She's like 25 or 26, some shit like that, right? Too stupid to know anything. Or my bad, let me rephrase that. Too young and to be knowledgeable about shit. Now, she claims that white people will be the minority and that they're stupid because it took them 35 years to realize that black people were the problem. No, ma'am. Black people wasn't the problem. Crime is the problem. White people create the other 50% of it. Who gives a fuck the percentage of people, right? Yeah. The black people weren't the problem. Had you been focusing on your own community and not focused on us, right, you would have been able to curtail these mass shootings, these low birth rates. We're not the problem. You guys aren't fucking. I fail to realize that how some shit like that is our problem. White people have a knack for figuring out, putting the problem on black people instead of taking accountability. Y'all wasn't fucking and producing at the rate that you should, and that's our problem. Then she goes on to say that the black population have a self-regulating kind of program, right? The abortions, not having that many kids. Man, we're having more kids than white people. The fuck are you talking about? Now we don't create like 7, 8 mijos like fucking Victor or Esperanza, right? But we have about, the average black person has between 3 to 5 children minimum. I know because most of the people in my family have at least 3 kids, with the exception of my brother. My sister has 7 kids. A cousin of mine has 2 kids. I got another cousin, he got 4 kids. I got another cousin, he got 2 kids. I got another cousin, she got 3 kids. I got another cousin, she got 1 kid. I got another cousin, he got 11 kids. I got another cousin, he got 3 kids. Then there's another one. This nigga's mentally insane. This nigga got one kid. Who else? Yeah, there's plenty of people, like black people on average have 3 to 5 kids. And for all the motherfuckers that was counting, for the family members that I mentioned or friends that only got 1 or 2 kids, then there's a cousin that got 11. So he makes up the difference. What the fuck are we talking about? People just be out here just saying shit because it sounds hot. Yeah, but when it all boils down to, it boils down to you're gonna have to start fucking. Matter of fact, Lilly Gaddis is 25, 26. I want to say she's 26, probably 27, actually. Bitch, why you ain't got no kids? You almost 30 years old. You ain't got no kids. You're worried about the wrong shit. People worried about black people or Mexicans are worried about the wrong. She's worried about them flooding here illegal or legal. Which, illegal, I get, right? But legal, that's inconsequential. That ain't your problem. You know what I'm saying? And to keep it 100, stopping mass deportation or stopping mass immigration isn't going to curtail that. If y'all not fucking and producing kids, the problem persists. It won't matter how many blacks or Hispanics or Latinos are in this country, right? You got to have kids. That's what it boils down to. You just got to have children. Bitch out here sounding like the female version of Nick Fuentes. Not only that, it was ironic. She was speaking about Hispanic and Mexicans and shit, and she's literally like tied to the hip with that fucking weirdo. He's not even white. He's white presenting. That nigga's half Mexican, half Indian, or half Mexican, half Italian. So the fact that she got a fucking problem with living in a fucking brown country, right? Typically it'll be Mexicans, right? And her fucking right-wing talking buddy is fucking Mexican, is fucking hilarious, right? Or part Mexican. Let me rephrase that shit. Oh, nigga, even I've been meant to do a video. He even told the police he ain't even white. He's Mexican. These people are stupid, bro. They have no cognitive functions. They have no concept of reality. They're and this isn't all of them, right? But it's an overwhelming majority of them. They worried about the wrong shit. Bitch worried about black crime and Mexicans flooding the country. Bitch, you need to be worried about finding a husband or boyfriend or somebody to skeet up in you, right? You worried about the wrong shit. That's literally the antithesis of most of these people. They be worried about the wrong thing. They want to kill, spread all this propaganda or fear mongering amongst their people. Oh, the Mexicans will take over, and I don't want to be in a brown country. All the while not fucking and making more white people, right? You done Jim Crow, lynched and hung most of the niggas out of Reconstruction, so we were the least of your problems. Then you threw the crack cocaine epidemic on us. After you threw the goddamn Planned Parenthood on us, after you threw the goddamn welfare program on us and shit, right? We ain't your problem. You're your worst enemy. You should figure that shit out instead of worried about living in a brown nation. But it's inevitable, right? And it's 2026. Bitch, you got about 14 years. In about 14 years, you'll be like, what, 39? So you might as well just come to grips with it. You will effectively be living in a brown nation, whether you like it or not. It's not my problem. It's all because of your undoing. You, Nick Fuentes, hell, isn't he a groper? He don't even fuck bitches. You know what I'm saying? He like boy bussy. So y'all already behind the 8 ball because you put yourself there, right? It ain't got nothing to do with black people, brown people, they're like Indians, Asians, none of that shit. You motherfuckers complain about diversity, and that's the furthest thing that's harming you, right? Diversity just means to include everybody in the fucking fold, right? In the workforce and social standing. It ain't got nothing to do with why Samantha over here fucking Jamarquavius. It ain't got nothing to do why Brad ain't fucking having kids because he like bussy. It ain't got nothing to do with why Olivia is a fucking white feminist / lesbian that don't want to have no children. Like that's not That's what's going on in this country. Y'all motherfuckers is worried about the wrong shit. Y'all worried about black and brown people flooding the zone, and y'all not fucking. I think your attention is on the wrong shit. Focus on that. In any event, if y'all like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm is out.